Hello guys, Shayne Miller, just doing you an update video. There's a lot that's gone on, a lot of things you probably watched and heard. Just hoping that we're online at the moment. I think we are. If anyone can tag us a thumbs up, just make sure that it's recording properly. Not sure, I think it is. So yeah, basically just chatting about what's happened. Our last film at Chichester Lakeside has been obviously on YouTube and the Unhappy Owners page. With that film from Lakeside, take my glasses off a minute. Well, I can't see. So with the film on Lakeside, basically there was a gentleman or two gentlemen that were there putting some lights up along the footpath area, and he was blocking the footpath, as you probably can see by the film, and he passed a lot of sarcastic comments, more of which Di heard more than me, but it got to the stage where I took the film off of Di, as he kept making comments about me, etc, etc. Bit of a strange one. I'm going to talk you through it first of all. When he had these phone call, when we're halfway through filming towards the end, he's leaning against the far flagpole, and he is repeating, and I want to emphasise this, repeating some of the threats that I received from a Facebook message just before we were firebombed. And he also said, "You think you're hard," and all this sort of stuff. My reaction to it was quite simple. I said, "Yeah, I am hard, mate, and if you want to come and firebomb me, then come ahead and do it." And that was pretty much it. You can tell by the film, they've got their own CCTV, and I thought no more of it, none at all. And then, like I say, I received a phone call a few days ago, and they asked me if I could come in for an interview on a form of harassment to this this gentleman and the two other workers. So apparently there was 3 workers. There was 2. I refused it because I just said it's a waste of time. Watch the video, etc. Now I recorded this police officer when he finally rang me, and he said, "Are you coming in?" I said no, because it's a waste of time. He said, "So you're refusing to?" I said, "Well, yes, and my reason is," and then basically he hung up the phone, so I didn't finish my message. So all that's recorded, and I've put in a police complaint. Takes 14 days at least, if not weeks to be fair, for it to go through. So then I started to go to work ready on last Tuesday evening. I got my fish and chip van ready to go out to work, and had a phone call literally 20 minutes before I'm about to leave, with 10 police officers, all filmed again, which we're going to upload, there to arrest me for refusing to come in on a voluntary interview. And they asked us then to open the gates, because they're electric gates, they've got barbed wire on them since we've been firebombed. And then he said, we're going to arrest you, we're going to do something more in a section so and so, because you're now refusing us entry. There were 10 police officers there, aggressively with their arms crossed. The arresting officer on film went for his mace, and I said, "You're going to mace me, mate?" I said, "Do it then." It's just an absolute joke. So anyway, basically they then persuaded me to let them in. I lost my job that night, all my income, and I haven't worked since, because we've had problems, which is neither here nor there, but I should deal with that hopefully with the courts and the police, and look for, damaging my reputation. More importantly, Lakeside in particular have, I think now, really cocked up. The fire, I'm going to put it out there because I don't really care. If my solicitor says don't do it, I'm going to do it, because I've always told the truth and I've always fought for you guys. I don't ask for a penny, I don't ask for nothing, I don't ask for travel, food, nothing. I do it all for you guys. So now's the chance. If you honour what I do, then I want you guys now standing up for me and making this now common knowledge, getting it out there. Basically what it is, I've now got this Okay? If I zoom in a little bit, you'll be able to read it. You'll certainly be able to press pause and read it. There's my court date. Okay? So basically, they're saying on a video that Elaine recorded in her office, which is not at the front, it's at the back. She's made a big mistake. She had record on, and she ran out of her office all the way to the front, just at the same time when I was walking across the middle of the road. I didn't get to the bloke right in front of him. I got to the middle of the road whilst he was bad-mouthing me, repeating what was being told to him on the end of the phone. And miraculously, she witnessed all this and said it was death threats and etc. Death threats. You know what I mean? Over him drilling. But basically, I've told him how hard I am. You should all be frightened of me. I'm a dangerous man. You cross me and I'll come after you. This is all the crap they've now accused me of. So as you can see from this again, I'll hold it back up. Get it the right way. I hope you can see it. Feel free to put your comments on it. Feel free to send an email. Sorry, I should have looked at this a lot better. I'll send an email in a minute of the officer, Chichester Police Station. The advice I got at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, after being arrested at 4, was to basically just say no comment because it was so trivial. It said, then you'll be out of here. On the advice of the duty solicitor, I said no comment. Which, when I spoke to the CID for the fire, she said that's the worst thing you could have done. You should have told them your side, etc. At no point was I asked who was filming me, which is my witness, which is my lovely Diane. She's making a statement today via email. At no point was I asked of any witnesses. It was certainly all set up against me. And the only way I can think of this is, quite simply, is that the police are fed up with me, or fed up with them, keep ringing them, saying, Mr. Miller's here, he's doing this, he's doing that. So they're trying to now do me for a Section 5 and a Section 6. So the Section 5 is a 6 months maximum prison sentence, and the Section 6 is a maximum of £1,000 fine. Now, not only did they keep me away from my family and lost my income, and now I need to sort out a solicitor, but more importantly, as much as it's obviously a worry for my wife, etc., it's never going to go to prison because I haven't done nothing wrong. I haven't threatened anyone at all. I'm not a stupid man. But more importantly, I now think this can go to the papers. I'm going to ask my solicitor to broadcast it through the papers. I'm going to ask as many people as I can to attend on the 12th of January at Worthing Court, I think midday. And then I'm also going to put up the email of the police officer. And I'd like all of you guys just to literally stand up and say why I'm there. And if you all think I'm this sort of bully and everything else, that's fine, but I'm not. My principles are for everyone. So now is the time, guys, to stand up and put your pen and paper or iPads, whatever all this technology now is, to it. Because, like I say, I'm actually going to carry on as well. I'm not going to stop because I've met too many people that are just frightened and scared and had enough. But I hope you now appreciate with the evidence I've just shown you the lengths I'm prepared to go to and what I'm prepared to do for people. I am a great believer in God. I know a lot of people don't, but I've always had my prayers and I've always been looked after some way, form or another. It's not about wealth and all this sort of stuff. It's just that I think if you do good, you get good, but sometimes it never feels quite that way. But I also believe now, if this can go to court, which it may or may not, I really don't know, but it's going straight to magistrate court, so there's no CPS involved. Don't know how this is done for apparently saying I'm hard. And it's on film as well. They haven't even asked for the evidence, my side, because I was asked to say no comment. A lot of you have told me in the past never say no comment, but the trouble is, by saying that, made me look like I've done something wrong. So anyway, I'm going to be employing a solicitor hopefully this week. I would like you to send emails, not nasty ones, just the truth, especially those around me, and ones that are closer to me, of why I'm here. because I think at the moment the police just look at me as a troublemaker, because there is only either me or die. Because it would look better if we had numbers of people protesting. It's like the YouTube page, you know, I'm not even up to the 1,000 yet. It's time, guys, to start standing up. We're doing this for you. And there are a couple of more things in the pipeline which Carol's looking at, and I've sort of passed comment on. If these things happen, everything's happening for you guys. You know, let's look at this sensibly. On the worst case scenario, I could face 6 months in prison and £1,000 fine for standing up for people that are being bullied on these parks, and that's it. End of. I've made no threat. I've accepted that they firebombed me. I've made our house more secure. We've got barbed wire up, and even the police can't get into our premises without physically, you know, busting it all down or hurting themselves. I've gone to this extent, and my wife and my son, who's 6, to help people. So what I'm saying now is, with the utmost respect, as scared as you all are with the bullies on the park, you don't have to put your face out there, but you can certainly put your comments out there and start together on each park. You know, I'm talking to Carol even about like the NHS, where people used to clap on a Thursday, I think it was 8 o'clock. If we can arrange something at every park, that we start banging pots and pans, and you know, we're disgusted with the way we're treated. These are the things that are coming along in the pipeline, which are petty, but the directors and the press and the TV eventually are going to start seeing all this, but they won't if it is just a couple of people. So really, my fate is in your hands as well now. I need your support for why I was here. The police will pick the truth out of the video, and I'll be honest with you, I can't even see it really getting to court without somebody looking at it and go, this is false, especially when the solicitor gets employed next week. But on the next breath, I'll be counter-suing them for the fake allegations, because that's a big thing. They have made false allegations. I've lost money and income because of it. It's distressed my son yet again. 10 police officers turning up to arrest one man who lives in the countryside, all on his own, with his family. There's only 3 neighbours where we live. It's disgusting. And without wanting to ramble too much, the solicitor, who I haven't employed yet, but I am next week, he may well say, take this down, because you're going to incriminate yourself. I'm not incriminating myself. You can't do that if you've done wrong. The only thing that the rats will do is pass this on to Elaine. But Elaine, we've already got your number marked now, because you're, can I say dickhead? Was that rude? Oh, well, I've said it anyway. Because you're a dickhead. You were rattling on your phone, and your phone's got an IP address on it. And so is this gentleman. So at the end of the day, it's quite clear you were talking to him, coercing him into what's gone on. But the trouble is, the reason I've been quiet is because I've given a lot of information over before I've gone live. So you might want to rethink your strategy, Elaine, Chichester Lakeside, yeah? And including your fella in the lodge that you live in, because we've looked at everything. We've been looking at you for when this happened. And it wouldn't surprise me if you or your fella have sent the stupid death threats. Because like I say, your mobile phones are obviously never going to be able to delete everything. So that's coming to you guys. I'm going to be asking for you guys to make a statement and prove that you're not. I'm going to come down on you like a ton of shit and bricks myself, because you've gone to every tactic you can to stop me, but you can't find a legal one. So you've now gone to all these other tactics. So jog on. I'm still here. Even if it goes to court on the 12th, I look forward to seeing Elaine. Park manager B. Jonathan. I'm looking to see the bloke, the workman, his mate, and an invisible mate, because they've made their statement, and they've made their statement first, which has got so many fake bits in it, it's just absolutely beyond the joke. But I'm going to, if my solicitor says take it down, then when I speak to him, Carol will obviously remove the page. So take a snippet of everything that you can. I will then put on this page very, very shortly the email address. I'll just type it in rather than film it in because I can't find it. For you then, if you want to, just to put your comments of why Shayne Miller's doing this. Because I think the police need to be fully aware rather than looking at me, because that's another thing that was used. because of the state of me, bald head, beard, tattoos, stocky bloke. You know, he's aggressive. We're in fear of our lives. I mean, I've never heard so much crap. I'm 5'6". I'm 50, nearly 51 years of age, and so what? I've got tattoos. So if I could lose some weight and put a jumper on, and put a hat on, and some hair, obviously I won't look so aggressive. Apparently. But like I say, I don't want to make this into a long film. But please, guys, get this Facebook page, YouTube page out there. Let's get this spread. Let's follow this with the papers. Let's follow this with the press, because I'm going to go live as much as I can now. It is the 11th of January that my court date is due in Worthing. But apart from that, I intend to do some more filming just before. A lot of people have asked me not to. But there's a part inside of me that says if I don't, they've won. But yeah, again, I'm going to speak to my solicitor, see if I can just get one more filming at least, and one more down at the director's place as well, and go from there, because it's not going to beat me. They're going to dread me for next year when their season restarts. But all I want is the rule book to be fair, you guys to be looked after and not bullied. You bought your homes. They should be now leaving you alone. Every single council throughout the 27 parks they own know you live on them. So it's not a matter of throwing people off. It's a matter of they've missold, the council have accepted it, so now how are they going to deal with it? And to me, it's quite simple. It's obviously simple to me anyway. Is that they would give you guys your licence to have one corner of the park done. They should be removed from the park because they did it in the first place. But this fight, guys, is for you. It's for the older couples, it's for the single couples, it's for the couples with kids who are too frightened to stand up because they will just get revoked. Licence revoked, we've all heard it. But if we stand together on this could be the start for next season. If we don't stand together on this, I'll keep fighting for you until eventually it does change or I run out of steam. It'll be the best one. Just a little recap. You've probably all read that I've been unwell. I have had a biopsy on my lungs. I've had some things called nodules removed, and I have, I think I pronounce it scarification or something like that. I'm waiting for my results back to see, obviously, the nodules and where they are, sort of thing, and then I'm hoping to receive treatment for the rest of it. But I won't stop. I'm not out there looking for a pat on the back or praise or anything. I started this because of what they've done to our stillborn son. And it's got bigger. There's 13,000 people on this page. I'd love to see thousands on the YouTube page. I'd love to see people sending emails to the police, because once this is done and I speak to a solicitor, I'm going to see if we can go after the parks itself, because I've got so much evidence of our bullying and how I was bullied off, and that's harassment. And all you other people talking to me, there's somebody else spoke to me, in fact, this week, who's got a meeting with a high-up person on the park who's got problems. It's just never ending. So maybe I'm going to be the fall guy for it, I don't know. But I don't mind that, as long as we all stick together now. So this is in your hands. You choose to go on with your licences, and if you're not prepared to, I don't want to be rude, not prepared to help me or Carol by signing petitions and all the work you put into, then you've only got, unfortunately, yourselves to blame. I know you're going to think, oh, that's a bit harsh, but all we're asking for is backing people to care. The fact that we are fighting for you. It's not a matter of catching people out. You've paid your life savings to live on a park. It's as simple as that. And whether you brought it because they missold it to you, whether you brought it knowing you couldn't live there but decided you wanted to, maybe you brought it to a holiday home, the 3 points Carol's pointed out. But each 3 points are still valid because they changed the rule book and they make life hell. So it's all irrelevant. It's about standing together. You will not get booted out of your homes if you're a team. Individually, they probably work away at you. But the point of this video is, I've done a lot of work now and a lot of filming, and now face a court date, which I'm happy to go to and employ a solicitor, etc. But all I'm saying to you is, You know, Christmas is round the corner. COVID's bad again. But let's try and look at let's just try and look at this page of carols as a family, that we're going to be there for each other, and we're not going to allow people to bully us, because that's as bad as coming from the school playground and then bringing it into adulthood, and that's what this is. It's just bullying beyond the joke. So I'm fine, my family's fine, we're safe, we're happy, and we're lucky to be in the position to have got out of the park industry. So I'm gonna, send my love to all of you, and I really, really do. I will update you. I will keep in touch on the Facebook page, and as soon as I have confirmation from a solicitor, I will be on the Facebook page again. But this is the biggest mistake this park in particular has made, because false allegations also have repercussions legally for them, and they've already made their statement. And I've had my time before I knew this was coming. I'm not a stupid man by a long shot. I might look thick and sound thick, but I'm far from being stupid. And I knew things like this were coming. So I've had things in place, and people watching, even in the park. Some people are still watching my back and feeding me information. So, getting back to it, Elaine, good on you. You've actually started the proper way now, and you've, in my eyes, cocked up. But I look forward to actually meeting you in court, because don't forget you sent me a message on Facebook, didn't you, Elaine? Yeah? Yeah, I've been harassing you, remember that? And you've sent me messages on Facebook before you even knew much about me. So it's all going to come out in the wash. That bit I will keep to myself, but you can't delete it, it's you. Plus the text messages was you. It's your phone. It just go from there. So they do mess up, guys, and it's quite easy to catch them out, because you can always catch out a liar. It's all right, it's Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It's a really nice day here. Really, really sunny and hot. Not. It's been raining all week. But I will be in touch over these next few days, maybe towards the end of the week, once I know what my solicitor has advised. And I look forward to you all watching me on my next park adventure. I've got a few masks, so I might start wearing them, which might help my disguise. So anyway, God bless you all. Please keep safe, and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.